Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying spending time with your family and your loved ones. And today I come to you with my last review of Kiss Him Not Me. We are finally at episode 12, and I'm sad to see yet another fall series have to go, but we have to make room for the winter anime to come. So, to start off with things, this episode was the episode to tell us who Kai would have chosen by the end of it. So after the whole fiasco with the Mitsumi brothers and Mitsumi Asuma winning the battle between both of them, he confesses to Kai, and then everybody else hears, and Kai was kind of confused of what he was saying. So once everyone found out, like the other four love interests found out that Mitsumi has actual feelings for Kai, they were trying everything in their power to stop him from confessing, because once he realized after his brother tried to get with Kai, which he found out, no, I don't want that to happen, because he always had feelings for her. But the trigger was the first one being Igarashi asking if he had a special someone, and when his brother Kazuma was targeting Kai. That was the two triggers that led to Mitsumi, going after Kai and realizing his feelings that he had all along for her. So if you really think about it, he was the only one that was actually going to confess to Kai, that he was willing to take the steps to confess to her, while the other characters were trying everything in their power to stop the other from confessing to her, leaving them at a stallment. So if we didn't have Mitsumi Senpai going forth and actually, taking his feelings and telling them to Kai, then the other characters would have still been fighting amongst each other, bickering with each other, and their feelings would have been unknown to Kai, and then they would have just been left with her not knowing on how they felt about her. So they tried to stop her, and then Mitsumi Senpai was having none of it, so he called her up upon the roof, and he tells the others that if you want to tell her your feelings, so you can also meet us up on the roof as well. So when they go on the rooftop of the school, that's when they explain that they all love her or like her, and that leaves Kai in a state of confusion. Now you can really relate to her in this particular scene, because some of us may not have multiple people liking us, but there's that possibility that there has been one person who has liked you and you do not have any romantic feelings for that person in return. So it leaves you in this state of how can you let them down, or what are your feelings in regards to them, leading you to feeling confused. Of course, her solution was talking to her best friend Achan, and she comes to the conclusion the best way for her to figure out where her feelings lie is to basically go on a date with each of them during the holiday season, almost like an ultimate game. Now, for those who don't know what an ultimate game is, it's a romance game where there are several love interest characters, and you pick whichever character you feel you like the most. You pick their route and you play it through until you come to the end, where you either get a happy end, a normal end, or a bad end, depending on what type of game it is. So that was basically the format of it. Was almost like an ultimate game where she picks a different route or a different person to go on a date with, and then she sees from there what does she find attractive about this person in regards to their personality or their looks or whatever it may be. So some of the dates included going to the aquarium, going to the amusement park, going to an alpaca farm, going to another part of Japan to have dinner, a private dinner, and going to many historical tourist spots. And there, every date that she went on, she found something about the person in regards of why she likes them. Like for Igarashi, it's because he's considerate and kind. For Nanashima, it's that because he's a person that once he lets loose, he's a lot of fun to be around, and he's very good with children. Shinomiya, even though there are times where you can't leave him alone, he can be reliable at times. For Nishina, that was basically her soulmate. And for Mitsumi Senpai, is that she can just be herself around him because he's always so kind towards her. So, there was something for you to like about each character in regards of the dates, and you yourself as a viewer can tell which date you found to be the most interesting, or which one you said, this is definitely the person she should be with. So it now comes down to the conclusion. Who is it that Kai will choose? And she before she came to the conclusion, she was still at a stalemate because she found out that all of these characters are amazing people, and it's not until she saw something on television that actually brought, lit up that light bulb in her head, and that's how she came to find her answer. So she comes onto a rooftop to tell all the characters her answer, and the answer that she gives them is something that you do not regularly see in reverse harems. And the answer she gives is, my answer to your question on regards of who I like is, as she whips out her phone and shows them a picture of Shion, her most favorite character from that series she watched, and knowing that Shion was in the Hall of Fame, and she started going fangirling over this character because she thinks there's going to be a second season where Sheena's going to come back, and she's talking about the storyboard writers and hopefully they will come back, and she's talking about all this stuff about Shion being revived and pairing characters, OTPs, and she's like, that's basically all I have for you guys now, I gotta go, bye, later. And then they're left there thinking, did she just not tell us how she feels about us? Instead, she just started gushing over her favorite character with the possibility of them coming back. So the episode ends off with them running in hopes that they can catch up to Kai and ask her where her real feelings lie. So now it's left up in the air of does she like anyone, or is she just someone who's just going to be fascinated by 2D characters for the rest of her life? And that's something that's, well, in a sense, in most reverse harems, the main female lead doesn't pick anyone, but the way that they did it in this episode, where her telling basically her love is with anime characters, was quite different. And I really enjoyed that. I was laughing, and I kind of felt bad for every single one of the characters, because I'm like, you guys went on all these dates just to get replaced by a fictional character. Just to get replaced by someone that's drawn on paper. I felt really bad for these characters. Overall, I enjoyed this series. It was very funny. There was some very refreshing moments in this series. They did have the stereotypical romance tropes that's found in reverse harems, but it was quite different as regards of our main character in particular. She was quite refreshing. I do know there is a manga to it, and I did kind of spoil myself. Manga readers, please don't spoil the anime if you are ahead wherever the anime has left off. Don't go spoiling any of the future chapters after that. I won't spoil what I saw, but the anime left off on kind of a happy note, while the manga, the latest chapter that I saw, left me in tears. I was like, what the heck? The creator of Kiss Him Not Me, Junko Sensei, why did you do that? Now we have to wait for the newest chapter in the next issue, which I believe comes out either in January or February, to see how everything clears up. But if anyone saw that chapter, please don't spoil it. Please don't spoil it for anime onlys, because I don't think a lot of anime onlys are going to continue on with the manga, but I'm definitely going to catch up with the manga. But I just saw that spoiler of the latest chapter, and I'm like, I'm just, I can't believe that actually happened. Really, I just can't believe that happened. So I have to go read the manga. I have to catch up so that chapter can make a lot more sense. But this is it. This is my last review. My coming this week, my last review for 2016 will be the newest All Out episode, and hopefully a newest Gintama chapter will come out during this week, which I will review, and those are my last reviews for 2016. And of course, I'm going to, if you could check on my Twitter for what I'm going to review for 2017, winter 2017, so that will be on my Twitter and on my Tumblr. So I'm Kimmy-chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and this is Kiss Him Not Me, episode 12, final review. The links are in the description box as always, and I will see you guys later. Bye!